A lot of us have complex, if not complicated, relationships with our parents, and my relationship with my father is no different. My dad was always a great provider. He's a blue collar guy, but he's a real hard worker, and he made a good enough living to where my mother could stay home with the kids. Every December, underneath the Christmas tree was always lush with presents, and we were provided a life that did contain privilege. My dad had a great relationship with my sisters, but something about me always rubbed him the wrong way. I could never get a straight answer from the guy on why, because anytime I asked him why about anything, it was the same answer every time: because I said so. And we'll definitely dive deeper into the subject, but for a nice introduction to my relationship with my dad, let me tell you this story. I was 40 years old and it was right around Christmas, and I was taking care of my two youngest kids. They were on the phone thanking grandma for their Christmas presents. And then I got on the phone with my mom and she passed the phone over to my dad. And the two of us don't talk very much, but he told me that I was doing a good job. When I went to respond, I was unable to talk. All of a sudden was overwhelmed by an incredible amount of emotion. Tears started streaming down my face and I started sobbing when I tried to talk. I had no idea what had come over me, but I spent the next 4 or 5 minutes just crying on the phone. My dad patiently waited, and when I finally got my bearings back, he said I probably should have told you that sooner in life, because it was the first time he ever said anything nice to me. And even though it was the most basic of compliments, good job, it struck a chord deep within me. My relationship with my dad is still fractured to this day. But like Roland of Gilead says from the Dark Tower series, never forget the face of your father. And even though we never saw eye to eye, I can empathize with why he is the way that he is. Since the internet hit, we've made great strides psychologically and socially in our civilization. And it's unfair to judge others in the past to today's standards, because we've evolved an extraordinary amount since then.